Hey guys, I told myself I would do this more often, but unfortunately I've been extremely busy the past half the year, so I haven't had a chance to do a new games I bought recently. So I'm going to go through some of the stuff that I bought over the first half of this year and late last year. So let's just get into it. I may have mentioned some of these games in the episode of games I've been playing recently, but I'll go over quickly some of my impressions of it. Rayman Origins, I went over this in one of my collection videos, but quickly, it's a really great platformer from this generation, probably my second favorite behind Super Mario Galaxy 2. Hand-drawn visuals are excellent, gameplay is very fun, it is quite challenging towards the end, and I just had loads and loads of fun with it, and I can't recommend it enough. Dead Island. I got this pretty cheap. I think it was really hard to find in my area, and I know I'm not the only one. I heard other people saying it was hard to find too, but it's very similar to Borderlands. I think the combat is a little clunky because a lot of the combat is with melee weapons. You don't use a whole lot of guns, and I think the melee attacks are a little clunky, but it's still very fun and a great co-op game to do before Borderlands 2 comes out. Sonic Generations, I got this on a whim because I think I was going to get Skyrim, but it wasn't there, so I got this instead. I was very surprised because I hadn't played a new generation Sonic game, so I went into it not expecting much. The 2D levels are very fun, some of my favorites, and the 3D levels are fun too. I never played a 3D Sonic game like I said, but the 3D levels on this were very fun. The music's excellent, lots of fan service, and a great way to celebrate the 20th anniversary of Sonic is this game right here. Pinball Hall of Fame, the Williams collection, just a bunch of pinball compilations on this game, and pretty fun. Dead Space 2, picked it up for cheap. I love the first Dead Space. I played it I think last year, and I can't wait to get into this game. We have Rage, fun game from Bethesda, first-person shooter, and there's nothing special to it. It's a good time sink. If you have nothing to do, just something to waste your time with. It's a pretty good first-person shooter. Nothing special, like I said, but just something to play. Final Fantasy 13 2, got this I think pretty close. I got this on release date, I think, from Amazon if I'm not mistaken, and I haven't played it yet. Still sealed. Extreme G Racing. I used to have this, but I gave it to somebody for Christmas, I believe, on the Secret Santa from Pete's Game Room forum. So I just picked it up and added it back to my collection for a few dollars because it's a good game. Season 2, Sam & Max Beyond Time and Space. These are point-and-click adventure games, and I got this for very cheap from GameStop because a lot of their Wii games are getting very cheap, so picked it up for a few dollars. Xenoblade Chronicles. I kind of got this because there was a lot of hype behind it. I seen it at GameStop, and I knew that GameStop was like the only place you can get this. If you go and pick it up at a store. So I picked it up, and I also got the classic controller with it, and I haven't played it yet. Here's a good surprise. I picked this up because I heard some good recommendations from it, and I wanted some good light gun games for my Wii, and I got Ghost Squad. Very cheesy, very campy kind of a game, but it's a really fun light gun game, and there's no real story or anything really to it. It's like cheesy, like I said, but it's just a fun light gun game you can get for a couple dollars for the Wii. Another Wii game I got is Excitebox Trick Racing, and I heard good things about this from several people in the gaming community, and it's basically a racing game where you control these little vehicles that can turn into robotic animals and stuff like that. Very fun. I played online with this a couple times, and it's pretty fun. You can like throw pies in clowns' faces and kick soccer balls into goals during the race. Really wacky, kind of a fun game. Kirby's Epic Yarn. I wanted to get this a couple years back when it came out, just because the art style looked very nice and just looked like a fun Kirby game. And I finally got it because it was cheap. Got it from GameStop for like 13 bucks. Just thought it was time. Kid Icarus Uprising. I got this when it first came out a couple months back. I thought the game was gonna end like at chapter, I don't remember chapter what, I think chapter 13 or something, but the game ended up going on a lot longer than I thought. Still haven't beat it yet, but it's a fun game. I haven't played online, but I have to say, with the single player, the flying levels are very fun, like everybody else says, but I think when you're running on the ground, those levels are kind of clunky because you're forced to control the camera and pit with your stylus at the same time, so it's kind of doesn't work too well sometimes. Picked up Legend of Dragoon I got this for $3 from the thrift store, but it didn't have the manual or a disc with it, so I went on eBay and bought a disc and a manual. This guy was selling for like $5, so I ended up getting this game for like $7 complete, black label. Also got from Goodwill Spyro the Dragon. Really enjoyed this game when it first came out. I played it like in 1998 or something, a long time ago, and I just thought I wanted to add it back to my collection. Crash 2, haven't played it. Crash Warped with a nice little holographic cover. Motor Tune Grand Prix. It's like a kart racing game, never heard of it, just decided to pick it up because it was like $1 or $2. Here's some good finds right here. All these I got for 50 cents from Salvation Army. Got NCAA Football for Dreamcast, Ready to Rumble for the Dreamcast, Blitz 2000, which was a fun game, and the best one was Hydro Thunder. And all those games are in good shape, and you know, 50 cents can't beat it. Here's a game I used to have a long time ago. My friend rented it, and we both really enjoyed it. It's called Evil Zone for the PlayStation 1. It's a fighting game with heavy anime influences and tones in it. And like when you complete a battle, it'll be like next time on so and so on Evil Zone, and it'll show, you know, your upcoming competitor that you're about to fight, and they'll say last time on Evil Zone, you know, the last guy that you beat. And they do that for each character, and it's really fun. I say give it a shot. It's a really underrated fighting game, and I really enjoyed it. You can get it for really cheap, so try it out. Another game I used to have back in the day, well, I take that back. I didn't have it. I used to play it a lot back in the day, and that is Vagrant Story. I've been wanting this game for a very long time because I never had it, like I said. I used to rent it a lot from Blockbuster. I rented this like 5 or 6 times trying to beat it. Never did. If I remember right, it's a really gothic styled RPG from Squaresoft, and if I remember right, you can like target specific body parts of your enemies, and like the more you injure them, the less they'll be able to use, you know, certain parts of their body, like their arm or whatever, or the armor get damaged. If I remember correctly, that's how a lot of the battle mechanics work in it. I can't remember exactly because I haven't played this in like 12 years, so looking forward to playing that again. I got that really cheap too. I got it, I think, less than $15 on eBay. Also picked up Radiant Historia. This is the reprint that they came out with. I'm really disappointed I didn't pick this up when it first came out with the soundtrack and everything, but I really wanted to play it, so you know, a reprint is better than nothing. And last but not least is Lollipop Chainsaw. I've went on about this a lot in different places like podcasts and the Xbox 360 collection I put up. Short little thing on it. I've got all the achievements on it like within the first week that I got it on release date. I love this game. It's my game of the year so far. Really fun hack and slash. I don't think the combat is bad at all like some people say. I think it's actually very fun, and I think it works really well. You can buy your combos from the store, and there's like different ways to attack. You use the X button to basically make the zombies dizzy, and then use your A button to do low attacks, and your Y button to do high attacks and strong attacks. And if you use those in sync well, then the combat is actually very smooth, in my opinion. The camera is a little clunky sometimes. I didn't think it was clunky as a lot of people say, personally, because for the most part you have complete control of the camera, except sometimes when you're fighting and you're in a small area, the camera can get a little clunky. But other than that, the story, you know, the story's, you can throw it away. You know, this chick goes to high school and she wants to bring her boyfriend back to see her family. You know, the high school gets attacked by zombies. She ends up chopping her boyfriend's head off. Kind of stupid, but I think it's really funny. You know, it's crazy Suda 51 style, and Nick, your boyfriend, gives a lot of humor in this game. Lots of humor, lots of visually crazy stuff going on, rainbows, glitter, pink blood, just everything crazy going on. If you like Suda51 games, give this one a shot. I really enjoyed it, and I can't recommend it enough. So that's about it that I can remember from games I bought recently today, and I promise I will not be so long on the episodes from now on. I know the last one I did was like before Christmas, so it's been a long time, and I will do my best to put up these videos. I'm going to try to do it probably monthly if I can. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you guys later.